All right, I'm gonna quickly go over this new coop design. Let's see here. You got this vent all the way around the top, let the hot air out, and then you got this to block the wind during the cold all the way around. So it should be good. And there's a natural draft because the bottom's naked. This is woven wire, not welded wire, and it's big enough for the poop to fall through. If you put a solid floor in the bottom of your coop, I would say you're wrong, but to each his own. I never have to clean this out. I can walk across here and it's stable enough. Ain't nothing getting through that. You got your automatic door over there, and all it needs is a DC power support, so I could just plug a battery in or just leave it up like it is right now. You got your solar lighting. You'll see that when I go back outside the little panels. They're individual panels, so if I lose one, it's no big deal. You know what I mean? Like, so if I had a solar panel or an inverter and all that other stuff like I have on my other coop, you could lose all of them. You know, one bad solar panel runs the whole show. One bad battery runs the whole show. That's why I got the individual. So if that light right there, you know, dies, then oh well, I didn't lose everything, and I can just replace that one thing. You got these posts offset across the top. You got their food, which has got a little protection on it, so they don't stand up there, and it's kind of steep, so they don't poop in their food. Let's see here. That's the wire, everything. So they don't stand on here. I don't know if I mentioned that. They walk in across, and then fly up and stay on these perches all night. And they're around just kind of to be more ergonomic for their feet. And I'm sure they'll probably stand here more than they stand here because they're chickens. Here's their water. The water tank right here. I don't know if it's like a 25 or 30 gallon. And then you got their nipple that they drink while they're in the coop. Then you got your nipple while they drink while they're out of the coop. Let me see if I can get that. There's your nipple when they're walking around outside the coop, so it's all in one spot. Then you got a valve on the very bottom. The bottom. That way when we got a hard freeze coming, they just don't get no water that night. And then I'll fill it back up manually. But other than that, I never have to water the chickens, right? Because it's got this automatic water. So you got the roof is actually tilted or sloping to this gutter. The gutter doesn't run all the way because the gutter doesn't serve that purpose. The purpose of the gutter is to bring the water into that drum on the inside. And you can see up here, oh, you got a little, keeps kind of the poop out because sometimes they'll get on the roof and poop. So the big heavy stuff stays out of it, so it doesn't clog up the nipple. And you can see how it runs in to the coop and ties in right there. The other coop in the back has an overflow to an external coop, so once it fills up a certain amount, it then overflows to an external water drum. Well, this one's got the external on the bottom, and it's kind of high enough if I get in the mud, it ain't gonna really, you know, snap off. And if it snaps off, I'll build another one. Here coming around that 10, this is going through a water hose. That way it's not on that sharp point. And there's all your 4 solar panels for 4 exterior lights, and then you got 4 solar panels on the other side for 4 internal lights to keep them laying. And they're on at nighttime. So yeah, the gutter doesn't go all the way because that's not what the gutter's for. I seen a chicken coming in here. I wonder if she's laying eggs in here. Nope. There's your roll-away box. So this is from thebestnestbox.com. And they'll jump up in there. And the reason why the nest box is mounted low is because they naturally roost high in a tree. And so that's why their perches are up higher. I mean, you can see where one has come in, it got out of the coop out of the run in the back and come in here and chilled out right there. So I guess maybe it was up on that rung and its butt was pooping down on that. Oh well. Anyways, to me that's the best nest box you got. So when the eggs are laid, they roll out, and any poop, this is big enough for any poop to get knocked through as well, right? So that's that. And that don't rust. That's all good stuff. All right, now for the feed, here's where your feed goes. This tin overlaps the wall for rain. Here's your latch, right? Latch, it comes up, and then there's a magnet. So that magnet sticks that, and so out of your way. This is big enough, that stupid wasp here, I already knocked its nest down. That's big enough for you to put a whole bag in. So you're not fighting a little hole, right? And there's only water there because I sprayed that wasp earlier. But yeah, so you can see how that overlaps. It's way bigger than that, right? And so that keeps the rain out for those big serious rains we get. You know, it's got plenty of overlapping, right? Then you got 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that is for when I'm on uneven ground and I can tell by my eye. I'll take and put all those down, and then jack up one side to make sure the water runs into the gutter, into my barrel. These back tires are fixed. All right, so back tires are fixed, and then caster, and that's just to move the surface area for the bog, so it's got multiple points of contact so it doesn't dig in. And then you got your hitch and how they get in the front. That's basically it. 4x6s on the bottom all the way around, then 2x6s hanging through the supports through the middle. Very simple. And then some 2x4s and some 2x2s.